But killer, that's what we be looking for. We be looking for the killers.
How many killers we got left in the playoffs? That's a good question. That's messed up. How many killers we got left in the playoffs?
Chris Paul is definitely a killer.
I don't know, brother. He ain't.
I don't know.
I think when we talk, I think it's like we talk about lame in the eyes of the beholder. I think what one would deem killer is just depending on how one looks at it, right? Because we could say LeBron a killer. I know some people may feel some type of way after this.
But he's not in the playoffs though.
You could say KD
LeBron is
the
champion, bro.
I'll stick to it. You could say Braun a killer. You could say KD a killer. You could say Jason Tatum a killer. You could say Damian Lillard is a killer. You could say Giannis is a killer.
He gonna find a way.
So you think? Okay, yeah, you're right. I guess he's there now. He has a
find a way to get Damian Lillard in there, huh? By the way, Damian Lillard.
No, Jason Tatum has a right. Damian Lillard
to be top 75 over Kyrie Irving.
The question is, how many killers are left in the playoffs right now? In the driver's seat at that.
Giannis.
Hold on. The point I was just trying to summate is that like Chris Paul is a killer by not strictly, I'm gonna kill you with a bucket by bucket by bucket. He's like a practitioner. He's gonna like slice and dice you all throughout the course of the game. As opposed to it just being isolated fourth quarter, we need you to run off us 12 points in the fourth quarter, which he also just did game 2 or game 1. That's the only point.
I ain't gonna lie, he on fire right now too, 14, 3 and 1.
So I got Giannis as a killer. Chris Paul is a killer. Jason Tatum has arrived. Jordan Poole. Jordan Poole's a killer right now.
Hey, it's too early.
Yeah, that's my boy, but that's a little.
In the playoffs.
No. The reason, you have to be in pressure situations to prove that you are a killer. Jordan Poole has not.
Okay. Steph Curry is a killer.
No,
time out.
He is not.
MVP now. MVP.
Stephen Curry is not a killer.
No.
Yes, but come on, MVP.
Hell no.
Embiid ain't a killer.
No killer.
Embiid is a killer.
I'm about to say Embiid is the killer right now.
Curry
he is Jason.
No, bro.
Break out the music, Edward. Get the music for Embiid. The Jason music.
We are calling Joel Embiid a killer before we're calling Stephen Curry a killer. Is what we're doing right now in this podcast.
At this very second, right now, yes, in this playoffs.
Show me a playoff game with Steph. Show me a playoff game where Steph put the on his back and they won because of him. Late game. You can't show me one. We've been waiting. We've been dying for that Steph moment.
Okay, so check it out.
Literally been
what y'all talking about?
For it.
What y'all talking about? This playoff show me now ish? No. My boy been a killer before the playoffs even started, fam. He is a killer in the playoffs still.
Hold on. You don't get your killing badge unless you kill in the playoffs. Carry on though. Let's get that out the way.
So Steph Curry ain't
killing
in the playoffs?
No.
Hey, bro, people
it
has been documented that when is Steph going to have that holy game? Like in the playoffs.
Not in a beating is what he's saying.
We talking about
a tight game. He's saying in a tight game.
Playoffs.
No, we're not talking about these playoffs. We're talking about throughout the course of Stephen Curry's career. It has been documented. When is Steph going to have that game where nobody could give them Nathaniel and Steph came and saved the day? When was it? When was the splash? When did the splash come when you needed it, or did the tide go out before it was crunch time?
So are we saying he not clutch or something?
Not necessarily that. What he's trying to say is like, when has it ever been like, okay, Steph himself in a position where it was like not a 3-1 or a situation
Which Steph
like that. We're talking about
Steph as a killer has given up a 3-1 lead
series
before.
on the line. Put him
killer. He gave up a 3. Well, people want to say because of LeBron James, but killer, you up 3-1? Are you a killer in the finals?
No, bro, because that's another killer though. That's the killer of all killers that we're talking about.
But 3-1 though.
That's the killer of all killers that we're talking about. And I'm glad that we got on LeBron James because we had a conversation like this before. How we talked about LeBron wasn't like a killer because he would kill you the whole game and would go sit down in the fourth quarter. That's the same thing with Steph Curry. If he got a team,
LeBron ain't never sat down no whole fourth quarter, bro. I don't even know where you getting that.
LeBron.
Bottom line is this,
LeBron
bro.
had times when
LeBron
he was blowing niggas out. Well, he didn't have to hit clutch shots like Kobe because he's always gonna be winning the game before the fourth quarter even started.
But he has, and Steph hasn't, and that's what I'm telling you. It's never been a moment in
Steph
the playoffs
has a team. LeBron has always carried teams. Steph has a team. He don't have to be. He's a killer within the system of his team.
No, but
he ain't though.
This all I'm gonna say. This all I'm gonna say. Right. Here's the thing. Right.
Being a killer means
I still feel some type of way that
system.
I still feel some type of
the system.
I still feel some type of way that MVP. I don't feel no way about it because it was greatly deserved. But I just looked at Steph like, yo, why aren't you the Finals MVP? Why is Steph not the Finals MVP and Andre Iguodala is?
Because you know who he had the whole.
Defensive players don't win Finals MVP in the finals.
Yeah,
you just get rid.
And then he was holding an average of 30-point triple-double. Great job. You did a great job on defense. You did a great job. Right. Yeah. I just want you to know Steph Curry was that bad, right? He was that bad that who let him score a 30-point triple-double on him.
Yeah, finals
ended up getting a
MVP.
Finals MVP because, well, you kind of slowed him down and Steph ain't really do it, so we really can't give it to this guy. So we got to give it to somebody. We just going to give it to you.
And Steph, he had his moments of glory. He's had his opportunities of glory. Steph Curry has had his opportunity of glory in that NBA final. This is just one isolate. We're talking about him being up 3-1, getting a game 7, back at the crib, and I was listening to Draymond. I forget what year that was, but when he had got suspended for the kick on LeBron. Draymond, he was like, what pissed me off is had I not got suspended, we would have won that series and I would have won Finals MVP. I'm sorry if you feel some type of way that I'm like placing this MVP award, this Finals MVP award on being a killer, but I just feel like that's what comes with being a killer. And the height of all games, the biggest stage. And you don't get one. This is not football, so you don't have to just play great once. Like you get a multitude. At bare minimum, you get 4 games to be great, claim the throne, and say I'm a killer. I put dudes to rest. Steph has 7 games, and it's still like he still don't have that Finals MVP. And I feel like, and granted, he doesn't have the Finals MVP of a 2-year unanimous MVP. So the same people that vote him as the unanimous MVP in the regular season are the same individuals who vote for the Finals MVP. And if they can see how great and electric you are in the regular season, but then see your play in the finals and be like, nah.
I'm voting for Andre Iguodala.
like where's Killer at in that? Where's Killer? Because there are levels to being a killer. You can be a regular season killer. You know what I'm saying? DeMar DeRozan. You know what I'm saying? But James Harden. But are you when are you gonna be like then there's playoff killer. There's
when are you gonna be that?
You know what I'm saying? So
I think it's unfair.
We're talking about
he's had a little less than opportunities.
Hold on. Let Dacius get his stuff off.
Because so was Andre Iguodala Finals MVP when Kevin Durant won the 2 times?
No, it's KD because KD is
a killer.
Right. So
you see where we're going with this?
KD is the designated killer. And then see, y'all talking about a Steph a killer who won a championship without KD. They had to have that killer to win that championship.
Won a championship against LeBron James and some janitors and some teachers that sub on the weekends, bro.
That team
like,
won.
Come on, bro.
And also too,
that team won against them.
But let's not forget,
barely,
the best ability is availability. Let's not act like Kyrie wasn't hurt and then Kevin Love got hurt.
Come on, bro. If Kyrie is if Kyrie is healthy that series, Golden State don't win, bro. And who knows if KD ever gets there.
I'm not going to talk about if. If was a fifth, come on, man, stop playing.
I am, bro.
Steph
Curry got a whole bunch.
If they don't have Steph and Curry, bro, they don't win that championship.
So do you feel like because if they don't have Steph, they don't win that championship? Is that to you what validates him as a killer?
Why would it not?
I'm just asking.
Bro, if Kyrie Irving played, let me ask you this: if Kyrie Irving and Kevin Love played in the 2015 finals, do the Warriors win a championship that year? If K-Love and Kyrie Irving play. Come on, bro. I think we both know the answer to that. That's why they went and got KD in the first place, because they knew when they came back the next year and they came back from 3-1, they like, oh my God, we can't beat this LeBron. He's too good.
Is Kyrie a killer?
Kyrie Irving is a killer.
Okay.
With that being said, I feel like Steph didn't get enough opportunities, or he hasn't been put in a position to have a whole. He's had opportunities, but he hasn't had enough opportunities to where it's like, okay, we need you, to where it just expresses it to where it's like, oh man, he's a killer. It's like Golden State beats you most times where he can show off that opportunity. Not many teams have the opportunity to have a team like Golden State where it's like 20-point leads or they can erase deficits like that as a team. And it's like, I think that it's that's what comes with the territory on being on that team. It's like, bro, you're on a magnificent team, bro. You kind of can't step up. You know, like it was designed for him not to be able to step up. It's, it's like I'm siding with him, but it's like, bro, like a few opportunities you had, you spoiled them. So you had opportunity to show yourself, but you.
So let's take what Darnell just said, right? So Sedacious, your LeBron James theory, right? LeBron James is a killer because he's killed you for the first 3 quarters and you're laying there gasping for life at the fourth quarter. So it's not like he needs to like hit you with a game winner, right? The Warriors have been such a great, well-oiled machine for so long, 73-9, like where are the clutch moments needed for Steph and Curry, right? But on the other end of that, Steph is so much of a killer. He's hit 8 threes on you in the first 3 quarters. Like, what more does he need to do to prove to you he's a killer? I think I'm speaking in general. I think for the multitude of masses of the sporting world, people would say a killer is like that clutch gene. It means you hit so many X amount of game winners, or you ran off so many points in a short amount of time, or whatever the case may be. And I just feel like I know it's probably not his only, but my poster of like Stephen Curry, his biggest shot to me was probably, and this may have been a regular season game, I could be wrong, but it was the 3-ball he hit over against OKC when KD was still there, and like they had hit a shot, went up like 1, and Steph literally just like lollygagged up the court and like pulled it from like logo land. And I was just like, that boy is something serious or whatever. But when it gets like, but I've always felt like when it's gotten into the playoffs and you like, I've never feared Steph to a degree in the playoffs, because it's like, I know you can make threes, but like when it's really time to be a splash brother, i.e., game 7, like, bro, Kyrie daggered you in your house, and you had a chance to come back and tie the game, and you missed it again. Like, I mean, like when it's time, like your reputation as a killer can be taken away if you don't kill when it's time to kill.